All right, so we want to look at induced magnetism, which will be coupled with methods of magnetization and demagnetization. So this word induce, which is also known as magnetic induction, it simply means to make a material become a magnet, a magnetic material become a magnet. So it's the process of inducing magnetism in a magnetized magnetic material. So what you only need to have in this regard is a permanent magnet, something which is already a magnet. Then you want a soft iron bar which is not magnetized. So only you need to do is move this one closer to this one, not in contact but closer. You realize that this one becomes a magnet. If this was south pole, definitely the other end become north pole. And if you want to try to see if this has become a magnet, you can just move iron filings closer to this magnet. You realize that the iron filings will be attracted to this soft iron bar. So that means magnetism has been induced. So methods of magnetization. First method is called single stroking method. It's from the word striking. So meaning that you strike a magnet from here, going the other end, from here, going the other end, from here, going the other end several times. And as you do that, this bar you sink down here becomes a magnet. So this one is already a magnet, but this one is not, and you want to magnetize it. So use a single stroking method. The second method is called the double stroking method. Now here you use two magnets. So now what happens is these magnets, this one will be moving the other side, this one will be moving the other side. So you stroke them at the same time. And so what happens is this bar that you have here becomes a magnet. Then we have another method. Another method is called an electric method. Now, if you are magnetizing a magnet using electric method, you use a DC supply. Now, this is a magnet that you want to magnetize. So you put it in a solenoid. So when you see a solenoid, it means it's a magnet only when a current is passing through it. So this is a DC supply that you have here, DC supply. So what happens is when you allow a current to pass through this bar becomes a magnet. So now how do you know where the North Pole and South Pole is? So you use what is called a right hand grip rule. The fingers here points in the direction of current, but then the thumb points in the direction of North Pole. So what do you do is, well, you follow where the current is going first of all. So the current is moving down. So it means you put the fingers like this because it's pointing that current is coming down. The fingers will be put like this. So meaning that this side, here where the thumb, that is where the North Pole is. If current was moving up, would have put like that, meaning this side, that's where the North Pole is. So this is how we identify the North Pole and the South Pole. Ways of demagnetizing. First, heating a magnet. Just using heat can demagnetize it. Hammering a magnet can demagnetize it. Electric method also can demagnetize. But when we're using electric method, we use AC supply. So meaning the supply that we have here is AC. So after allowing the AC to pass through a magnet, you remove it. Now the direction must be west-east. So as you are moving it far away from the circuit here, it loses its magnetism. So these are the ways of magnetizing and demagnetizing a magnet.